All right, here we go, Kansas. Here we go, Missouri high school football. Welcome to Snap Tackle Pod Week 9, I believe, for Dion Clisso of PrepsKC and myself, Mick Shaffer, KSHB 41. How's it going out there? How are you? Raytown South there on the
Raytown
hat?
South, yes. This is an old Raytown South hat, circa David Alley days. When he was there, he got me one of these, and it was something nice to annoy my father, who went to Raytown, to have this hat, and so that was good. And as you notice, I haven't gotten a lot of new hats. I think your Mill Valley hat you got me a few years ago is the newest one I've gotten.
Yeah.
No, it's Raytown South under William Harris came over from Van Horn. They're having a tough year. They're 0-for. They're going up against Ruskin, who has the one win when they played Wyandotte, I think it was a few weeks back. So that's a good game for both teams. And to the Ruskin faithful, I'm not picking a favorite here. We're just trying to cycle through our hats this year and give a shout out. But no, I was never a mesh hat guy, and then I got one of these. And I'm like, this is actually kind of nice.
Looks good on you, Dion.
It looks good. The colors match, so it's if we had a cool interlocking logo like this is kind of what I wouldn't mind a PrepsKC hat.
Well, Valley needs to get you a hat for Grain Valley now.
Well, actually, truth be told, my son has a Grain Valley hat.
Okay.
And he's my son. We live close to Grain Valley. We kind of live by Blue Spring South and Grain Valley, and we have gone down to practice since my son was little, and he really likes Coach Alley a lot. He's now 11, and when we went down for the Jamboree, evidently there was a mix-up in the hats that they ordered with Grain Valley this year, and they sent them a bunch of children-sized hats. So David was handing them out to the coaches' kids, and so he has a Grain Valley football hat for this year. And I actually kind of looked for it. I mean, who knows where it's at? It's probably his mother's car, but or his grandparents. I looked for it. I was going to kind of put it on a little bit and see how it looked. But no, my son has a Grain Valley hat, so that's where he is there. But Raytown South had some good days, and hopefully they'll get back up there again. William Harris played for David Alley, and some guy named Donahoe, who was a coach there for 3 years. So he
never heard of
those guys, and now he's back at Raytown South. So hopefully they'll get that program turned around. And Ruskin, Coach Perkins has done a good job. They've just been, unlucky this year. They've had COVID issues twice, and you start your season a couple times, and it's anything's possible. So you go from there.
Well, as we mentioned, it is week 9 of the football season for Missouri, week 8 of the football season for Kansas. But we join up finally. It's the last week of the regular season for both states, so both states are kind of in the same boat. And it's weird in that, like, Dion, everybody makes the playoffs now in Kansas and Missouri. Yes. Back then, we were doing the math on like, okay, who are going to be the 2 teams out of this 4-team district, or even before that, the 1 team out of this 4-team district. Now. Yeah. Everybody's in. It's just going to be where you position once you get to the playoffs and the bracket. So a lot of scoreboard watching going on this week.
Yeah, it's interesting, and you think you always want that number 1 seed. On the Missouri side, you do want the number 1 seed because you get home field all the way through districts. But when you get out of your district, it's like who hosted, who hasn't, what side of the bracket you were on. To give you an example, Liberty North, which is the ranked number 1, tied with CBC again this week. Big class school in the state of Missouri. They are 6-1. They've missed a game against Staley. They are the 2 seed in their district behind an undefeated Park Hill South, who has had a great season, is doing well, and who just got their first win over a Class 6 school last week over Lee Summit. Conference, their schedule, they do what they have to do. So they're going to sit as the 1 seed. Now, if you're Liberty North, you say to yourself, well, geez, we played this tough schedule. We ought to be the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Well,
and it's what the wins and losses are weighted in Missouri, correct?
Yes. I mean, in Class 6, it's tough because you get no bonus for playing up, even though they went down to Bentonville and played a Class 7 team in Bentonville down in Arkansas. But if you're Liberty North and you have designs on not just winning a district, but going deep, in Class 6, there's only 32 teams. So when you win your district, the next round is semifinals. Well, if you're Liberty North and you go to Park Hill South and you beat them and win the district, you have a much higher chance of hosting your semifinal game than to get on the bus and drive to St. Louis to play a Francis Howell or a Hazelwood Central, or whoever, Marquette, whoever comes out of that district. So sometimes it benefits you. I mean, and another funny little thing on the Missouri side, Platte County and Grain Valley have won their districts the last 2 years. Both games, because of just the way it worked out, have been played at Platte County. Right now, Platte County is slotted as the 2 seed in their district, and probably, unless Fort Osage loses to William Chrisman, will be the 2 seed in their district.
Mm-hmm.
Grain Valley is currently the 1 seed, and if they beat Belton, they'll be the 1 seed in their district. Well, if they were to play, if they were both to win their districts, Grain Valley has to go to Platte County.
Go to Platte County again.
Third year in a row. So yeah, it's a funny thing, and I'd like them to, you could use that point system, I think, to weight districts. And if your district was a higher weighted district, maybe you would get to host those next rounds out. But I may be going too deep into the weeds. On the Kansas side, you're a higher.
At least they're trying on the Missouri side. On the Kansas side, it's all record.
It's all record, and you get some funky things, and you host as a higher seed no matter where, all the way to the state championship game. So at least if you've earned that number 1 seed, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And it'll all be decided on your field. So, but somebody gets knocked off before. We've seen some 1 seeds, especially in 5A. Schlegel had the 1 seed 1 year, and they won a game, I think, and then they went off and were knocked out in the second round. So, it's a situation where there are benefits to what Kansas does because they higher seeded all the way through to the semis.
Yeah.
And then there's benefits to what Missouri does. So this last week, some people think, there's going to be a ton of movement. Missouri, not so much. Some of those points are locked in there. I mean, and who they're playing. Like Park Hill South is playing St. Joe Central tonight. We record this on Thursday. I assume they win that game. They're locked.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they would take a major, I don't want to say miracle, but it would take a major upset for them to get knocked out of that 1 spot.
Yeah.
And like Lee Summit West, they're playing Lee Summit North. They beat Lee Summit North. They're probably not going anywhere because Ray Peck is in front of them, and they got beaten by Ray Peck, so they can't jump them. Even if they do it in points, they'd flip back around. So that's the other thing too, and that Missouri has is the head-to-head. If you've beaten someone, you start at the top. So if the 2 seed had beaten the 1 seed, the 2 seed would switch.
Kansas only factors that in if the record's the same.
Yeah.
And then the points are only factored in if the record's the same. There's no head-to-head, then they go to points.
So that's a situation there, the head-to-head thing. And the other the fun thing about the head-to-head is people are like, oh well, we're the 4 seed and we beat 1, 2, and 3. Well, no, you only get to move 1 spot. You're not jogging on up the ladder.
Right. Yeah.
You only get that 1 spot. So it used to be that when they first did it, you had to appeal to the rest of the district, and they had to vote on Saturday morning.
Oh my gosh.
Finally, they just made it automatic. We start at 1. If 2 beat 1, they go down to 3. If 4 beat 3, we go. And so they did it that way. And sometimes you see some movement, and it'll be interesting. And you see teams with a higher district score playing on the road, than they did. But you got beat on the head-to-head, man. You got to. Yeah. That's a good factor there.
Let's talk about last week first here, Dion. I felt like we thought we knew a lot of stuff in high school football in Kansas City, and a lot of that we thought we knew last week was maybe proven wrong. One, that Odessa can lose. I think we maybe thought the Bulldogs would go down, maybe doing Oak Grove or a Center. They survived those tests, but then they lost to Excelsior Springs, ending a 30-plus game regular season win streak.
I think it was 31 in a row, and 43 of 44 or something like that, or 46, 47 altogether. They hadn't lost a regular season game since the 2017 season. So yeah, it was a long streak. They were a thin team in terms of depth to begin with.
They already don't have a whole lot of numbers out.
30 some kids on the team, and they lost their quarterback about a month ago. And then I was getting text messages during the game from the very nice lady who sends us photos and video, and said, I'm sorry I haven't sent this much. I've been helping the trainers.
Oh, no.
Because there were kids getting hurt. And Excelsior is a team that's, a split back veer team that will run option at you. And when they get the lead, they run, and they're hard to come back on. And they're a good football team. Excelsior
4-2, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not like they lost to somebody. I mean, we could kind of maybe see it coming. And that was kind of their last hurdle. They got Harrisonville this week. So there's another Harrisonville team that I have no idea who they are or what they are. I don't know if they do.
I know it depends on the week.
Yeah, they can't run the ball now, and they're hit and miss. So, I think Odessa is still a pretty good team if they can get healthy. over the next couple of weeks, because if they should end up still get the number 1 seed because they beat Center, they'll get a week off. So if those guys aren't too banged up, they can get through this week. Because even if they lose this week, Center's still right behind them. So Center's, they've got even if they drop down the 2 spot and Center's the 1, they're still going to get that week off. So it should be a pretty good chance for them to get healthy. But yeah, no, Odessa did go down, and what a great run. I mean, they could have, without COVID last year, they could have won back-to-back state championships.
Mm-hmm.
They were in position to maybe, they lost to Maryville 2 years ago, and Maryville went on and won. So they've been 1 game away and a busted playoff away from 3 straight state championships, which says a lot about that program and Mark Thomas.
Now, a few weeks ago, we thought over in Kansas that Blue Valley North and Blue Valley Northwest, or maybe the kings of the East Side in 6A. North dropped some games, but one was against, a very good Lee Summit North team, and then a couple others. But Blue Valley Northwest was undefeated. The Catholics rose up last week out of the EKL. There, Dion, and St. Thomas Aquinas knocking off previously unbeaten Northwest. And then St. James, what a Undertaker out of the coffin move they've made these last few weeks. They take down North, and they're on like a 4-game win streak.
Well, they didn't know what the end zone was, St. James, in the first 3 games.
Now they do. Now
they're hanging 35-40 on everybody. Jackson House, a quarterback, and Tyler Claiborne, everybody knew about, and they've got this other receiver, Neeson, I think is his name, and he's a huge tall basketball player that Claiborne getting double teamed for 4 weeks. They figured it. Everybody else kind of took their time to figure it out. A lot of guys who didn't have varsity experience, and now they've got it figured out. They're actually kind of more. I'm not going to say they're more athletic than they were last year. You're talking about the tailback.
They championship team. They had the running back. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, James White and all those guys, and the quarterback was really good. Jackson House has done a good job this year coming in for Dakota Burrett, but they're bigger. They've got bigger guys, and they've got a lot of juniors and sophomores that are playing on this team. So this is a team that's set up to go a long way. Blue Valley Northwest, obvious, a little bit of a letdown, maybe against the St. Thomas Aquinas team. There was a text message not a text message, a tweet late Friday night, early Saturday morning from a Aquinas adjacent person who said, "That's not an upset." Well, I'm sorry, Aquinas, you lost 4 in a row. They were undefeated, ranked number 2 in the state. That is an upset.
They just come off a beating from Blue Valley West.
Yes. They didn't even, they scored 1 touchdown. Now, what Blue Valley Northwest did is the cardinal sin against St. Thomas Aquinas. Do not get down 2 touchdowns.
Don't get behind
St. Thomas Aquinas. Don't get down 2 or more scores to them, because they will make it impossible for you to come back. And that's what happened. And they tried. They got close a couple times, and then they just never. You don't get the ball enough to do that. I mean, especially this year. There's with Tank Young not being there, they don't have as many big explosive plays. They just Sean Carroll and fast forward you to death.
Yeah.
And then there's a third guy too. The other running back they have is a really
Rizzy.
Rizzy. Yeah. And they just pound it at you until you can't. You just can't get the ball back, and you may stop them and make them punt, but they still held it for 5 or 6 minutes. And
shout out to the Aquinas defense, because this was actually a 16-14 Northwest game at halftime.
Yes.
And then Aquinas shut them out the second half. Now,
and there's
only a few possessions because all they were doing is driving down the field, but good on the Saints defense.
Yeah, they've got that outstanding defensive line, and they kind of flexed their muscle a little bit in that game. And I think that I think Northwest will be fine. I think it says a lot about Aquinas that they're not dead yet. They're definitely a force, and
and that's one of the things you talk about the Kansas playoffs. It's like it might not be enough to be the 1 or the 2 seed, right? If you've got like an Aquinas lurking at an 8 or a 9 or a 10 or something like that, yeah.
Well, and there's Miege and St. James play this week, and they could turn right around and play.
I was going to say they'll play again.
And you could hypothetically, in my mind, have the 3 best 4A teams in Kansas play each other
first couple weeks,
2 weeks, and then never see anybody else again that's at that caliber. Because Baser at the 1 seed, which they should get, may have to play the winner of Miege St. James in the second round, and after that, I don't. There's some nice teams out there, but there's not anybody that just goes, oh wow.
And next year you're going to inject Aquinas into 4A. Oh boy.
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how it all shakes out tonight. I know that you, as a Mill Valley patron, are scoreboard watching on Friday night and trying to figure out all that stuff. I'll just click on the Keisha when the brackets put out.
Yeah,
Start
it's
filling out my
a lot of
bracket.
times it's easier trying to do the math in your head and right.
That's one
But
thing I
no,
will say is Keisha does a much better job of getting their brackets out on Friday night after it's over. Now
it's
they
good.
have an easier way to break ties, and they aren't doing math behind the scenes like
Yeah,
Missouri is for district points to get things settled out. Also, everybody is pretty much done on Friday in Kansas, where there are teams that still play on Saturday in
sure.
St. Louis, and that you just have to wait for those games.
Well, and I'm excited too. Remember last year, there were a lot of teams that had buys. That a lot of the better teams over in Kansas had buys last year in the first round because there were a lot of teams who didn't play because of COVID. I think in 5A there were like maybe 5 teams on the east side who didn't play, so the top 5 seeds got buys. Now we're continuing on with football. Cross our fingers.
Yeah,
So
in Missouri, in Class 6 and Class 1, there's pretty much 8 teams districts in every single one. In Class 1 through 5, there's a few 8-team districts. There's a lot of 17 districts and some 16 districts. And I think, there's one locally, I think, that
yeah,
was a 6-team district, and I'm totally blanking on, and it may be maybe the district that Clinton was going to be in,
yeah.
and it's like a 5-team district.
Yeah. Hey, we talked about, St. James maybe getting that championship swagger back, the defending state champs and everything. Are we seeing the same thing with Ray Peck? You think they're kind of getting back after some losses, kind of getting back to that championship swagger?
Well, let's put it this way. To quote Liberty North coach Greg Jones, he said going into their game, he goes, "I feel like I have the better team in terms of depth, and I think they've proven that." He goes, when they played Ray Peck, he goes, "They've got the best player in Jayden Doss."
Yeah.
Jayden Doss touched the ball. He had 5 carries for 100 yards and 3 receptions for 60 yards, and scored 2.
Might want to up those targets. Might want to up those targets.
But they've also got another good receiver, Jaden Reeves, who had 2 touchdowns in that game. Dombrowski, their quarterback, is playing a lot better. I mean, he was like 6 of 10 for 200 yards, and he had almost 100 yards rushing too. They are figuring out how to get teams off of Doss so that when Doss does get the ball, it's a big hit. I mean, if he only touches at 8 and he scores 2 touchdowns,
yeah,
or 2 or 3 touchdowns, then you're maximizing what you're doing with him, because you're also getting the ball to other people and you're scoring. Then they've just handled. They were down 10-0 Liberty and won 41-10.
Yep.
So they look like a team. They've got Park Hill this week. They've got a good test going out. But man, if you're in that district with them and they're sitting around the 4 seed,
yeah,
that's another thing. Do you want the 1 seed and have to play Ray Peck in the second week, or do you want to be 2-3 playing a Rockhurst or somebody like that?
I'm telling you, just the way the states do it, maybe they're flawed a little bit, but it makes for so much intrigue on the last Friday of the regular season.
Yeah,
because, like you said, maybe we'd rather be a 2 seed than a 1 seed in some of these situations.
Yeah, and Lee Summit North is sitting at the 2 seed behind Nixa. Nixa has Carthage, who's beating everybody down in Southwest Missouri and is playing really well. And a lot of people think he's going to win the Class 5 state championship. So Nixa could be down, and then Lee Summit North and Ray Peck could meet up in the second week. So, and Nixa and Joppa could be in that 2-3 seed.
Let's talk Park Hill South here. Undefeated still. Congrats. What a season they've had. We had kind of penciled them in for being undefeated, and they'll probably beat St. Joe Central, I would think, this week. But they go to overtime with the third best team in Lee Summit last week. What kind of legs do the Panthers have for a run in the playoffs here?
Well, I think that Lee Summit's a pretty solid football team. Their schedule hasn't helped them. They've beaten everybody they should have beat.
Mm-hmm.
And they're playing their best football. That's a team in that district too. That's a team if you're Joplin or Nixa and you're in that 6-7 area where Lee Summit is, that you got to be careful with them. I think it's a good sign for Park Hill South. They lost Briggs Bartosh, their outstanding tailback, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
They
is he coming back? Do we know?
I think I heard surgery, so he's probably not coming back. Odeker has stepped in. I think it's Lucas Odeker is his name, has stepped in and done a pretty good job. But what has happened the last few weeks is Nathan Rico, their quarterback, has really stepped up his game. And with Moody Rubin out there as a receiver, they really are even more balanced than they were before and dangerous that way. So they've kind of had to shift their focus a little bit. Their defense is really still very good, and I think that's what they're going to need. I mean, they're going to need their defense, and it's going to be tough for them. But they're the 1 seed. They're going to get Blue Springs South. They should beat Blue Springs South, who's kind of undermanned in Class 6. And I think that the question is going to come when they play that 4-5 game. That whoever comes out of that 4-5 game. But no, Park Hill South got tested, passed it, and that looked like they're ready to go.
All right, let's get to the Remax Big Three games of the week this week. Let's stay on the Missouri side. We've got Grain Valley and Belton. What intrigues you the most about this one?
1 versus 2 in the district. Winner
Okay.
gets the district. I mean, and the other one's the 2 seed, and we'll probably have to play Raytown in the second round. So you want the 1 seed, you want to be at home. I don't know if you're Grain Valley and you think you're good enough to go win that district, and you don't want to go to Platte County, then maybe you want the 2 seed. But you definitely want to get that win. Grain Valley's defense has been outstanding lately. Their last loss, they're 4 out of the last 5. Their loss to Fort Osage was a close game.
9-8.
Who's a very good kicker. Goes to kick off, and they're like, don't kick it to Lorenzo Fenner, who's probably the best returner in the Metro. He slips as he's going to kick the kickoff.
Oh, no.
And it goes to Fenner, and he runs it back for a touchdown.
Oh, wow. So the defense really didn't give up.
No, the defense didn't give up anything. And they've been doing that. Last week, they gave up 14 points to Raytown, but really in the second half, really harassed them. And in fact, Coach Harold Wamsgans, who does my radio show with me, said that Raytown's quarterback thought he was Patrick Mahomes and could just run around back there and find somebody, and they kept having like 10 and 15-yard losses because Grain Valley's defense just pursued so well.
Yeah.
He's like, they're athletic, they're physical, that they're quick to the ball. He goes, they're talented at every single level, and that defense is really good. It's funny. Grain Valley's offense was really good last year, and the defense was good enough to win that district title and play a tough game in Platte County and lose for the second year in a row.
Yeah.
But their defense this year is, and Platte County is the same thing. They usually think about them as offensive quarterbacks. Their defense is shutting people out. And oh, by the way, the only team to hold Smithville under 30 points this year is Platte County, and they held them to 20.
Yeah.
So that says a lot about that.
Yeah.
But no, I think that Grain Valley Belton game is going to be good. Greg Lyles is outstanding. Javon Miner, they got some good talent at Belton. They had a couple losses in there to Fort Osage and to Raytown. Their offensive line was a little banged up at that time. They're healthy now. Todd Vodd's teams always play well at the end of the season. I wouldn't be stunned to see this as the first of 2 games between these 2 teams, and it's a fun one.
Yeah. All right. Lee Summit North going to Lee Summit West. So you've had West take on some big boys and have some close calls, right? I mean, the Liberty game was close, Ray-Pec game close, Rocker's close, all losses. Could they get over the hump against the rival here?
When they score points, they win. When they don't score points, they lose. It's that simple. I mean, and they're going up against a pretty good, tough defense in Lee Summit North. And, hats off Lee Summit North, man. They bounced back to their loss to Liberty North by shutting out Park Hill.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Scored some points. So, Lee Summit West has struggled with offensive identity at times this year. And I think that at one point they were playing 3 quarterbacks. If they can get points on the board, I think they've got a shot in this game. And that will help them kind of go into the postseason with some confidence, win or lose, if they could just have a good game and play well, because it looks like they're going to probably draw Ray-Pec the first round of the playoffs anyway, and go to that game again. So they want to go into the playoffs, with their offense playing well, and I think this is going to be a big test point.
And then lastly in Missouri, but not least, we got a battle for the city. We got a battle for Kansas City here, Dion. Center and Lincoln Prep. Fittingly, this thing is at Lincoln Prep, so we'll see it on the blue turf. We've had some great matchups in the Class 3, Class 4 range this year on the Missouri side. I've been looking forward to one more than this one though.
Well, they play in everything else. I mean, they're rivals in everything else. All the other sports they play each other. They just don't football because of their schedules and who they have. And
so how'd this one come about?
Well, because Clinton canceled their season.
Thanks, Clinton. Appreciate it. The ripple effect of Clinton is still happening.
Yeah. And then center is got an opening this week. And then when Southeast called it off after 2 weeks, Lincoln Prep was open the last week of the season. So they called each other, got it together, tried to keep. It was a game for a lot longer than it was announced. And then our buddies over at Spectrum got wind of it and were like, we're broadcasting it. And they said, like, okay, come on. Which I mean, I'm curious to see how they set that up because there's no real press. I mean, there's a press box that's like, I don't know, 10 feet off the ground. I mean, it's like a second story press box. I'm not sure where they're going to put Wyken and in that that whole setup there. But
you know what? The weather's going to be fine. Sit outside.
Yeah, I think it's Wyken Bo Richter, so they'll be fine outside. That'll be good. But no, what a great game. Lincoln Prep's undefeated. They got wins over Cardinal Ritter and Maryville. Not that those, there's the other parts of their schedule are good. They beat Pembroke, a 5-3 Pembroke Hill team that's not bad either. That's pretty solid too. So and
Took him
handled
down
so,
too. Yeah.
yeah. So I mean they've got good wins. Center hammered Harrisonville. Took the first half off against Odessa and almost won that game. And their only two losses is 1 point to Odessa and a 5-point or 6-point loss to a 5-point loss to Basel Linwood. So yeah, it's when you talk to DeLong, he tells you, we didn't finish the Baser game. He goes, we got all excited. We were up 21-20, and with about 2 minutes to go, we're like, hey, we got this one in the bag. And Baser went down and scored on him.
Yep.
And he goes, and we weren't ready to play against Odessa. And he goes, that's on me. He goes, what? He goes, we figured out we got to finish games. And he goes, then we got to Odessa, and we didn't start the game very well. So Center is a dangerous team. I don't know if you're in Class 3 if you want to see them at all.
No.
Because they are really good. They are talented.
And they're playing with house money too, in that they know we got everybody coming back next year.
Yeah,
this could be gravy this year.
3 seniors with 2 of them seeing some playing time and the other one not. So that much. So, but I mean, they're good leaders and they do a good job, but there's only 3 of them. And they're bringing everybody back, and they're bringing back quarterback, running back, offensive line. I mean, it's receiver. So it's key spots of guys who are producing big time right now.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, over in Kansas, a big one over in Lawrence. You have Lawrence and Free State. It's always big, but now you have 2. I mean, these could be, the second and third best teams in the 6A West, right? After Derby. You have a Lawrence team with a huge win last week over Olathe and North. They've got 2 losses. You have Free State, who's currently tied for first in the Sunflower with Mill Valley, but of course they beat Mill Valley. So championship on the line for Free State. Not that you need that because it's a rivalry game. This one should be really, really good.
Yeah, and I got some looking at some stats this week, and Jax Deneen averages 133 yards rushing and 127 yards passing.
The kid is one of the toughest kids to bring down. He's Deneen. You're not getting him often with just one dude.
And he's consistent in that. It's not like he throws for 300 one week and runs for 200 the next.
Yeah.
He pretty much puts up about 140, 150 yards a game.
He is that offense, and he's been enough so far.
Yeah, and they've got a good tailback. And I think it's Dash. Is it Dash?
Dash Cleveland, yeah.
Yeah, he's a good tailback, and they've got some good. Jordan Brown is a good receiver.
Jordan Brown, good receiving. Yeah.
So they've got weapons, but he makes it happen. We talked to Coach Stewart this week, and he goes, yeah, we call a lot of pass plays that end up with him running 15, 20 yards down the field.
Yeah.
He goes, we call a balanced game. Sometimes it looks a little different than what we call because he makes things happen with his feet. So.
Well, they're 2 similar teams. Both these offensive lines are huge. D1 guys on both offensive lines, good defenses, and you have the Bowen kid, Baylor Bowen over at Clint's son at Lawrence, and then you have Brown to kind of equal him out at wide receiver, and then the 2 dual threat quarterbacks. Very similar teams.
And good defense at Lawrence that's going to test that Free State offense. So I really like Lawrence. I think Clint Bowen's done a good job. I think he's put his own stamp on that team in a short amount of time. They had a good identity under Steve Rampy, but they're a little different. I think they're a little more run.
They lost a ton last year, and here they are back again at 5-2.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that's a good sign there, and no, I like that game, and that's one of those games that I will get to at some point in my time. Is get over to one of those games either at Lawrence or Free State. They both have fantastic stadiums on their.
Well, the stadiums are so cool, right? You got the stone seating and everything. They both look the same, and kind of an old school look to both of them. Yeah. All right, down to 4A, Miege and St. James already talked about. It's funny how that St. James upset last year over Miege to get to the title game in 4A. How the tables have turned. What do you have a Miege team with just 2 wins right now? And we already talked about just the role that St. James has been on.
Yeah, and Miege, they've been up and down. And that's the best way to put it. They could have won at Rockhurst. They gave up 50 to Lutheran North last week, and that's a game I would have thought they won. Aquinas beat Lutheran North earlier in the season.
But again, that was a high-scoring game, and Aquinas had to come back. It's kind of a weird team, I think. I've seen them a couple times. It's a weird team to kind of prepare for, Lutheran North.
Yeah, they are. But Miege, if I'm Miege, you want to try and find a way to keep it low scoring because I think if you get into a shootout, St. James can score you. Yeah. Their defense is playing pretty well too. So, I think this is the first time that you would say they come in with St. James as a favorite
Ever.
Even up.
Yeah.
Ever.
Absolutely.
So I mean, I think that's and that's that maybe John Holmes can use that and be like, hey, we're the underdog here. We got to go out and play hard. And I think and I'd have to look. I don't have it right in front of me, and I don't want to sit here. And Coach Radke was saying that if Liège wins, I think that would probably put them both in the 8-9.
Yeah.
And they play again. But if St. James wins, I think they climb up like to 7 or something like that, 6 or 7 with that 4-4. I think that would move them up.
That'd be crazy. I'd play back-to-back weeks.
And then play Baser probably
next
week out. I don't know who the 16th seed is in 4A, and I'm not trying to disrespect them in any way, but I firmly believe Baser will win their first round game. I feel they'll win this week and be the number 1 seed and win their first round game.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Lastly here, in 5A in Kansas, you have the Mill Valleys, the Aquinas on the west side. You have the Hayes, the Mays South, the Wichita Northwest, Bishop Carroll, Cape, and all these teams that think, hey, we can win a title this year. But there's only one undefeated team left in 5A, and it's Spring Hill taking on a Eudora team you probably don't want to look past this week.
No, and Eudora, last couple of years, I think we all expected them to take a bigger step forward this year than they have. Because they got a couple
D1 athletes, yeah.
They got a couple D1 athletes. They had a big win last year in the postseason. And their last 2 weeks of the season last year, they had a big win in their last regular season game, and then they had I can't remember who they beat. Was it Piper?
Let me find that for you. I'm on my PrepsKC website, by the way. You can find it in a couple clicks.
There's only a site you could click on. I think they beat Piper in the first round.
They beat Piper 16-15, yes.
And scored two touchdowns, 2-point conversions in the fourth quarter to win that game. And they really they come out this year and they lose to Piper in a close game. All their games they've lost 4.
A lot of close losses to some teams that have played Spring Hill tough.
Yeah, and they lost a 1-point game to Paola. Well, Paola is playing a lot better than it did early in the season. They've got it figured out. And so I think that's probably the most. You talk to Coach Hayden, you can tell there's frustration that they've been these close games and they haven't won them.
Mm-hmm.
But that may have been the next step. I think, and a logical point is being in every game. Not getting your losses, not getting blown out, and saying, "Hey, we're here for 4 quarters, no matter what it is." And it took a Hail Mary to lose to Piper. They lost by 1 point to Paola. I mean,
by the way, can we give a shout out to Piper? Who it's like, I mean, probably the closest games of anybody all year long in the metro area they played. After beating Ottawa the first week, 56-7. Okay, they've had a 3-point game, a 2-point game, an 8-point game, a 3-point game, a 5-point game, and a 5-point game. It has gone down to the wire every time, including that walk-off touchdown. I believe it was against Tonganoxie, right?
Well, they had a walk-off touchdown against Eudora.
Eudora, that's it. That's it. Yeah.
Hats off to our own Ryan Wallace, who
that's great.
Place at the right time. He said, "I didn't think they could get it done, but he told me, he goes, I said to myself, if I don't run it,
that's off to Ryan and Ethan Walker for making that catch, and that was a big play.
It was like it was thrown to Ryan. I mean, Ryan was in the perfect spot, and sometimes you just get lucky and did it. But no, Piper's a team. When we talk about playoffs next week, Piper's a team you don't want to play in the first round.
4 feet, man. Yeah. I mean, you got that top tier of teams we talked about, and then there's that next tier that is just waiting to knock off one of the big
That's why for Spring Hill this week, you got to be careful because it's going to be close. If you can put them away, put them away. Don't play around with Eudora.
Yeah. All right, here we're going to get out of here, but I want to throw one more. We'll talk Simone kind of at the end of these episodes every week. Sam Van Dyne, the quarterback of Liberty North, I feel like we just take him for granted these last 2 years. All he's done pretty much is won, right? Well, Missouri has recognized that. They've offered him, and we'll see if he ends up going there or not. But that's a great offer, great accomplishment for him. Where should he be in this Simone Awards race?
Well, they've spotted in the sophomore quarterback too. So they've had a lot of blowouts, and so he doesn't put up the big.
Yeah, he's never been a numbers guy. He's just been a guy that leads you to win. Yeah,
so good. His brother Jake Van Dyne was a really good quarterback, and Sam's just got more talent than he does.
And I'm remembering Jake too because he was the same way. Yeah,
Jake just didn't make mistakes. Jake put the ball where it needed to go and knew where it needed to go. He just didn't make mistakes. But no, I think Sam Van Dyne's a guy. I don't know if he's going to be a Simone finalist this year, or he may be next year before he does that because there's some other guys out there who are putting up some really nice numbers. We talk about.
So he's just a junior, correct?
He's just a junior.
Yeah.
As is most of that team. Class 6 Missouri. get used to it. Liberty North isn't going anywhere. But you talk Simone's. We talk Henry Martin. That's an easy one. Mikey Pauley. I think you look at Trey Baker from Lee Summit North has had some good games too, and he's a guy that they don't put up. He doesn't put up gaudy numbers because they run it a lot too. Jax Deneen, I think, is definitely in that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
not Jax, Jet.
Jet Deneen, sorry. Jax is his brother.
Jax, Jet, Jay, and Joe. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, Jet Deneen. So yeah, he's in that list. You know what we don't really have is the tailback with the 1,800 yards like we've had in the past. Frederick Williams has been banged up a couple times. Right. Year.
I thought that might be a Reynolds kid, right, from Harrisonville.
And then he's kind of he's got over 1,000, but he's really tailed off the last few weeks. And they missed it. They had a game where they didn't fill their Clinton spot, and they got crushed by Center, where he only had like 30 yards in that game. So, and he didn't have a ton of yards last week against Oak Grove in a 12-8 win. So the Harrisonville's a team you can't really figure out. So I don't know. There's some good tailbacks out there, but there's nobody who's just lighting it up 120, 130 yards a game. Jayden Doss is a guy is he one of the top 5 players in the city? Sure. Yeah.
He won the Otis Taylor last year, so yeah.
He won Otis Taylor last year, but he's only he's not going to have 1,000 yards receiving. He's not going to have 500 yards receiving, but he's maybe the best player in the city. So it's just one of those years that the quarterbacks are putting up the numbers, and they're probably going to be the guys who you look at as the top guys.
That works. All right, Dion. Thanks so much, man. We appreciate the time.
It's always fun.
Thanks to you as well for watching this episode of Snap Tackle Pod. Have fun on Friday nights. We'll see you next time.